So this is my first video that I'm actually gonna try and do. I'm Jack. I'm a huge WWE fan, and I'm gonna start off with doing some reviews. This one being SmackDown's Go Home show last night for Super Showdown. So with that being said, let's start this review. The show starts off with a page addressing the Samoa Joe situation from last week on AJ Styles' house. You know, they showed the video package of everything that happened. You know, Daddy's on ding dong, and AJ like, oh no, please don't do it, Joe. And so Paige is suggesting to the WWE universe that Joe gets fired, but AJ comes and says, I don't want to press any charges. I don't want anything to come of it. I still want Joe come Saturday at Super Showdown. So Joe isn't fired, and the match is still, set for Saturday. We'll see how this goes. More than likely, as much as I want Joe to win, he's not, because they want to keep the title on AJ. With 2K19 coming out, pretty much comes out Friday, which is the Saturday before Super Showdown if you pre-order, but that's beside the point. Me personally, I would like to see AJ and Joe maybe play ping pong with the title until Survivor Series. Possibly get a 4-way storyline going between Miz, Daniel Bryan, Joe, and AJ, all vying for the WWE title at some point, possibly at WrestleMania. That might be good. Well, in my opinion, at least. Following pages addressing, the fans at the start of the show, we start off with our first match of the night, which is actually a mixed match challenge preview or some sorts, where you got the Fabulous Truth, which is Carmella and R-Truth now, against Andrade, Almas, and Selena Vega. I apologize if you hear background noise. Some stuff is going on. Carmella and Vega started off the match. If you don't know the rules, intergender matchups, the women face the women, the men face the men. So if Carmella was to tag in R-Truth, regardless of whether Selena Vega tagged in Andrade or not, Almas would have to come in the match and face Truth. So it was maybe about a good 10-minute match. Fairly decent. They got great chemistry with each other. Those two, even with R-Truth being the seasoned veteran that he is, and Carmella, doing the face turn now. They're actually kind of over, as opposed to when Carmella was a heel, or whatever the case is. Fans cheering for the Truth TV segment that happened from last week with the Miz and everything. And Truth goes for a hot tag and tags in Carmella. Carmella and Vega go back and forth. And as Carmella goes for a pin attempt on Vega, I believe it was after a roll up or something, Almas comes in the ring and breaks up the pin count. So then that causes some heat between, draws Almas some heat, I should say. And then Truth comes in, knocks Almas out. Carmella and Vega, which was still the two legal combatants in the ring at the time, they go back at it, and then Carmella does this neck hook type submission called the Code of Silence, which I actually think is pretty cool. The finisher is pretty cool, and the name is pretty cool. And Carmella wins by submission, so the Fabulous Truth defeat Almas and Vega. After that match, which was the first match of the night, actual wrestling match, we got a backstage segment in which Paige is walking backstage and runs into Todd Dillinger, who makes a claim that he wants Randy Orton after what Randy Orton did to him the week before during his match with Shinsuke Nakamura. So Paige I don't never understand men. Todd's I need to do this for me. I gotta defend myself. Y'all know how that is. So Paige granted him the match for later on in the evening. After that, we got a cooking segment with the New Day, with Biggie throwing out old school reference to the old time wrestling folks, talking about they were sponsored by Ico Pro. That was pretty funny. Then just to get interrupted by the bar. Mind you, also the New Day came out with Mr. Bootyworth. He's the guy who makes all the pancakes, apparently. Raw takes out the New Day, leaves Mr. Bootyworth alone. Then they see him standing in the corner, so they take his hat and pour pancake batter on it, and dump it on his head. And then, yeah, we are the bar and blah, 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 blah. So then that's the end of that segment. It's kind of short and boring for a general New Day promo, which is kind of, keeps you enthralled and, laughing and stuff. It was, Then we have Ty Dillinger versus Randy Orton, which I guess was a no contest because the bell never even rang. Dillinger came out and attacked Orton. Excuse me. Attacks Orton. Orton turns around, goes in the offensive on Dillinger, DDTs him off the apron, throws him outside, throws him into the crowd. Dillinger tries to reverse it. Orton catches him, DDTs him on the floor. Then he takes like the stripping off the turnbuckle breaks, not the turnbuckle itself, but the little line that keeps the turnbuckles together. He takes that off, puts Dillinger's hand in it, and starts to like mangle his whole finger in between. So I guess he wants to call them the perfect 9, because now it's not 10 anymore because there's 9 fingers. That was pretty much that. Like I said, there was never a bell ringing or nothing. It was just okay. I guess you could say it was a match segment. Yes. Then we have Shelton Benjamin and The Miz backstage. Miz just talking about, yeah, you're underappreciated, you're undervalued. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to face Daniel Bryan. Shelton's mad because he's been on the bench the whole time since he's been on SmackDown, minus his time which I gave him before he went over to Raw. Really hasn't done much, so he's given an opportunity to face Daniel Bryan, and Miz and Shelton shake on it because Shelton says he's gonna make Daniel Bryan like the first victim of many, and Miz is like, yeah, I'm gonna be there at commentary cheering you on, even though we all know Miz is full of it. It's just, Miz is just using Shelton to soft up Bryan before Super Showdown on Saturday. So that's what we have. And then one of the biggest points of the night, we got the Aiden English One Night in Milwaukee, the segment where everybody wanted to know what happened in Milwaukee last week. Aiden English, Rusev, they had the falling out, so he told them, I got some stuff that I want to show you, but I'm not going to show you today. I'm going to show you next weekend. This is irrefutable proof that, it's not my fault that Rusev, they broke up, and the things that you need to know, whatever. So he stalls for a minute talking about the great movies they made in Milwaukee. I don't know. And then he goes to some footage where he's in his hotel room singing, I guess practicing before they start up the show. And then there's a knock at the door. He opens the door, it's Lana. Lana comes in, oh, hey, Aiden, how you doing? Da-da-da-da, this and the third. I need to tell you some things, but I feel I need to tell you face to face. I want you. The whole crowd goes, oh, it's crazy because, Lana and Rusev is actually married. So this is what's going on. And then people were speculating it could have had something to do with that whole thing with The Rock that happened a couple years ago. Thankfully, that wasn't it. And, Rusev is chasing English all around the arena. I guess they can't find him. And then Lana's a cheater. And, damn, I kind of feel sorry about how they doing her again like this. So then after that segment, we go to Daniel Bryan versus Shelton Benjamin, which is the second match of the night. We got Miz on commentary. The match was fairly decent, had a fairly decent pace to it. It wasn't too drawn out. There was a nice Hurricane Rana spot by Daniel Bryan toward the end of the match, but Shelton won by pay dirt after a distraction to Daniel Bryan from the Miz outside. So then after the match is over, after Shelton wins, Miz ambushes Daniel Bryan in the ribs, I guess, to get ready to soften up for Super Showdown on Saturday with his number 1 contenders match for the WWE title. And after that match, we have Asuka against Peyton Woods. They start off with a little video package, with the Iconics getting ready to go back to Melbourne in Australia, home country advantage, so to speak. And they do a little dance and shindig, some ridiculousness that Corey Graves can't even explain. That's saying something if Corey Graves can't explain it. Asuka comes out. Naomi did a little segment before, which I should have said before, sorry, where she introduced all the cast of survivors and working with Susan G. Komen and the like. What else? Then yeah, the match. Sorry, the match happened. Fairly short. Oscar won with an Oscar lock. Really nothing fancy here. Standard filler match. Then we come to the main event of the evening, so to speak, which is more a segment, and it's Becky Lynch's Super Surprise. So Becky Lynch comes out, Becky. Everybody loves Becky. Yes, I love Becky too. And Becky needs to hold the title for a long time, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. So Becky Lynch is talking about Charlotte and everything that happened up to it, being second best, not being second best anymore because she's actually a SmackDown. What the hell is this bug doing here? SmackDown Women's Champion. And she's talking about how she's not on the posters, she's not on doing press releases and everything, but she's the champion yet and still Charlotte gets these opportunities. And she feels like it's not fair. Can't argue with that. She's a champion, face of the company. Face of the company should have those privileges and those amenities as opposed to a top superstar. Not taking none away from Charlotte. Yes, she's the female Roman Reigns now. Yes, she is talented and everything. We know her pedigree has got a whole lot of what she's gotten, her being in her father's shadow and everything, but Charlotte just needs to pump the brakes. Well, no, I'm not going to say Charlotte, because Charlotte's not the one making the decision. The creative team need to pump the brakes on Charlotte for a minute, or at least use her in a way where she could bring up and-coming talent without damaging her credibility as a superstar. That's just how I feel about it. So Becky comes out, she's making these gripes and legitimate complaints about what's going on, and she comes out with this poster because she wasn't featured on the poster for Super Showdown. So she made her own poster, a nice little poster with her holding the title up and stepping on Charlotte. Charlotte comes out pissed. Comes out originally with a mic, then flings the mic somewhere into the crowd, takes off her shirt. They start brawling in the ring. Then Charlotte spears Becky, and then does a T-bone an exploder suplex on Becky Lynch into her own poster, and then the show goes off the air. So all in all, this SmackDown yesterday was pretty okay. It wasn't what it could have been unusual, but it still was pretty good. So like I said, this was the first one. We'll see how this goes. I guess you could like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, opinions. Even though, like I said, this is very rough and very raw. I'm doing this from a tablet. I don't have no big studio or anything. I'm jotting down my notes from the night before to do this. So it'd be nice. I greatly would appreciate your support in any shape or form, and hopefully we can keep this going. And see y'all in the next one.